Good morning, Sonder fam. Welcome. Welcome to our Monday morning weekly setup. I'm so excited to be here with you today. And I am Jennifer Krippner, and I am calling and dialing in from northern Minnesota. It's so wonderful to have you with us. Keep popping in the chat and make sure you let us know where you're dialing in from and one thing that you are looking forward to this coming week. And welcome here after daylight savings time. Jennifer Ogilvy is in the chat as well. She's my co-facilitator today. She is dialing in from Texas. If you want to pop on and say good morning.
Good morning. It's a marvelous Monday morning with Team Jennifer. It's good to see y'all.
Thanks, Jennifer. Team Jennifer in the house with you all. So we're excited. We kind of switched roles. Normally, Jennifer is the facilitator, but I am here today. We are, again, excited to have you with us. And please feel free to keep sharing in the chat as you do. Make sure that little blue in the two sections says everyone. If it just says host and panelist, that means Jennifer and I will be the only ones that get to see your message, which is fine if that's the way you want to keep it. But if you want to share with everyone, please change that little drop down thing that it says everyone. So we love to have you with us and are glad that you are along for the journey this morning. So let's get started to set up our weekly planner for the week. Just a few community guidelines as you see this in every Sonder Social. I'm circling number 7, which is my favorite. We're here to really just help you elevate your emotional health through the power of community, and that's going to be our theme today. Just remember you're responsible for your own emotions, your well-beings, and your decisions. But again, we're here really to support you, and that's what we love the chat for. So great to have you with us. Let us know in the chat if we have anybody new here, if this is your first time in a Sonder Social. We'd love to welcome you. So thank you for that. Our month theme this month is vitality. Who is loving this new theme this month? What brings us energy and brings us full of life? And we'll talk a little bit more about that. I have this quote that I love on our agenda page, and it's this quote I love it. Vitality is not something you find. It's something that you cultivate, and that's what we're doing all month with you. And each week, like Monday morning, we start fresh and start new, so we get a chance to just begin again. And we do that through passion and purpose and presence. And so everybody's loving the theme, it looks like. Our agenda today, we're going to just shake it up just a bit. We're going to start with reflecting on the past week. We're going to start with our thorn, bud, and rose, and we'll walk you through that. Then we'll begin with our mind map, and that is week 2. So we'll unveil the theme for that. Then we'll begin setting up our week and look at planning the weekly planning section. So we're really excited about starting off today. So welcome everybody. Glad to have you all with us. So if you would love to turn to page, and grab your journal and a pen or a marker, or again, if you would like to take screenshots of ideas throughout this session, you're more than welcome to do that, or pictures of the pages, but this is being recorded, so you can always come back and watch it. So on page 36, we love to reflect back before we begin another week. So this is a reflection of this past week. And so a rose is something that went well this last week, something that you're grateful for that happened. A bud is perhaps an emerging opportunity or something that is going to be a rose. And then a thorn, what's maybe not going well, what's challenging you that you could use more support right now. So I'll start with my thorn to get that out of the way. My husband and I, no, Rebecca, we're waiting for the mind map that will come after the rosebud and thorn. So my thorn is my body aches from 2 trips. We were in Mexico for my son's wedding, and then we went to, Florida like, almost immediately after that, but my husband had pinched nerve in his neck, so I carried all the luggage. I worked with our grandson, we took him home with us. I did everything, so packing, unpacking, and all of that, so I just feel a lot of tension. Um so my bud is I'm looking forward to some time at home this coming week, not all of the traveling. And then my rose is last week, Wednesday was my birthday. And so we actually were on the beach in Florida without any family members or grandkids, and we were able to just relax. So that is my rosebud and thorn. And really looking forward to hearing what your rosebuds and thorns were from last week. And thanks for the belated birthday wishes, Alice. I appreciate that. So I'm going to play a song and love to hear in the chat what your rosebud and thorns were for reflecting on this last week as you fill that out on page 36. All right, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sharing some of your rosebud and thorns. I'm hearing some low energies, maybe some health issues. Sorry about getting COVID, Joanna, for the 3rd time. Glad you're feeling a little bit better. Jennifer Ogilvy, her husband got a new knee, number 1, and that's recovery's going well for him. It sounds like some, I'm just gonna read a few more here. Joanna also got homemade baking bread supplies, a new adventure. That's exciting. Some great weather and a birthday celebration. Catherine will be thinking about you with your health as well. So Leanne getting some new orthotics. Myra, love yours. Completion over perfection, focusing on yourself and controlling your emotions. Beautiful. I think we can all relate with that. Annalisa, weekend of crafting. That's awesome. And then Leanne, a beautiful Ash Wednesday service. It's amazing to kick off the Lent season. And thank you all for sharing that. So I'm excited for us to begin our Vitality Mind Map week 2. So I invite you to find a blank page. Maybe you've already started this last week, so you're going to just continue your second week. Maybe you use the scratch pad. That's what I like to do. Or you maybe even use a different notebook altogether, and that's fine too. So this week, we are going to look at community. I think I maybe mentioned that a little bit earlier in our ground rules as we think about Sonder Fam is our community. So perhaps you'll choose that today. Let's look back though at week 1. So last week we talked about emotional vitality. So how do you recharge emotionally after a draining day? And what practices help you feel more balanced? So that's where we started. Week 2 is community vitality. So, who in your community brings out your best energy? How can you deepen those connections to feel more supported and vibrant? Let me help you break that down a little bit more. So again, use a blank page in your journal, weekly scratch pad, sticky notes, quote page, different notebook altogether, however you'd like to do your mind map is great. But let's think about your community and this is really, you get to define your community however you choose. I really like to think of Sonder Club or these Sonder Socials as an amazing community. I feel like I know a lot of you. We've been together for many, many years. Your names are very familiar, and I love how you share in Sonder in the chat. So thank you for doing that. Your church, your school, you maybe have a group of friends or a group of family, you have girlfriends, maybe you go to a book club, maybe a garden club, but you get to define your community. And, really since COVID, I think we've all had to redefine our communities. Maybe it's just the town that you live in or the city that you live in being, saying that you're from your said community. Perhaps, you maybe it's one person that really defines your community. It's okay for you to decide how you want to define that community today in this mind map question. I'd like you to also to consider, how do you share your best self with your community? Maybe it's your library, even when you go there and the person that you check your book out from, maybe that person is your community. You get to frequently interact with that person. And then the second question is, who brings out the best in you and how? And so let's think about those questions as we do our mind map. And I'm going to share a couple examples with you of how people set up their mind maps. They use the notes page. As you can see, I love the little thinking about St. Patrick's Day and the rainbow with pot of gold and the 4-leaf clovers. Pretty creative there. I use the scratch pad. Mine is the middle one. So each week I just add the questions. So this week it's about community. My answer this week is my church is my community. I've recently been asked when the pastor's out of town to lead church. So from the time that people come in to the time that they leave, I'm leading the service and doing the sermon. And sharing myself with the church has really been motivating, exciting. I love the prep for it. I love being there and helping them think through, well, this week was the first Sunday of Lent, so walking through that. And then my daughter also belongs to the church, and her husband are very musically talented, and they actually lead the worship music. And so I think between giving my best self to church and doing that, and then I think just having my daughter there and watching her lead the music really just brings the best outed me as well. So it just feels like a newer community to me now that I've immersed myself in it in a different way. And earlier in the year, I got sick over the weekend and couldn't deliver my message. So my daughter actually stepped in for me, and it was such a very proud moment to know that I could just email her my message and she could step in and take care of that. So that is my newer community that I feel more connected to since asked to bring on this new role for me, even though I don't have any formal training in that. So it felt good. So I'll put the question back up and I will play another song and let you all fill out your mind map. And when you're done, I would love for you to share in the chat what this question means to you. All right, we'll see you back here soon. All right, Carly, thank you so much for sharing about your gym. I think that is a great sense of community and example. And I love the fact that they're supportive and cheer you on and super example to share. So thank you for doing that. I think, yes, Claire, finding the right one makes all the difference. And I love that, and thanks for everyone else for sharing as well. That you know, have maybe a group of women. I love sharing um, the art with the I think what you said, your art and your scripture, sharing. Let me see back where that was. Combine art with studying the Bible, and how it brings you joy, and being around like-minded people can really bring a sense of vitality. And so thank you for sharing the mind map. We look forward to seeing your mind maps in Sonder Club if you want to share how you design those and what they look like. We love seeing examples, and I think that also inspires other people. All right, so we are going to turn to page 40 and 41. We're going to focus on the left-hand side, how we want to feel, looking at our goals and to-dos, and then habit and activities. Then we'll take a little break, and then we'll go to meal plan, mind, body, health, shopping list, and I am loving. So let's dive into this week and how we want to feel. And we'll just share in the chat right now how you're wanting to feel this week. It can be one word, it can be multiple words, phrases. You can share how you want to feel, maybe in affirmations or a mantra. Maybe you're still working on the word of the year, and perhaps even how you want to feel is the same each week from month to month. Love to hear how you guys approach how you want to feel. Productive, sunny, so at peace, rejuvenated, caught up, energetic, excited, engaged, active. Um, I think a lot of us are feeling maybe with the time change, just a little bit drained. So I love that. Healthy and buoyant. That's great. Present, balanced. Carla, thank you. Personally, professionally, in and out, spirit and self, physically, mentally, rest, activity, loved and loving. I love that duality. Thank you. Energetic, focused, Danielle. Thank you. So many great things. Capable, connected, and confident, Audrey. Thank you for that. And just think about all of these ways that we want to feel this week. How might our goals, yes, the three C's. I love this. The C words can really help us, and then being productive. But remember that my worth is not measured by my productivity on any given day. Amen. That is so true. How do our goals how can they support how do we want to feel, and how can our activities and the rest of the things that we do support how we want to feel? Let's start to look at the sections of our goals and our to-dos. And I'm going to walk through some examples, and then I'll give you a little bit of time to really dive in and set that up for this week. So the top example says, I want to work on my mind, body, and soul. And then they give just one word examples, really simple. Like, I'm going to engage my mind, I'm going to experience with my body, and I'm going to enrich my soul. And then their to-dos support their goals. So I just really love how these really support one another. And then you can see in the bottom example, their goals are create moments of joy, self-care check-in, and then express my creativity. And then on the left-hand side, you can see the color of the pen and the checklist match their goals. So their to-dos support their goals, which in turn will support how they want to feel. So if that resonates with you, perhaps that's something that you want to give it a go this week. And again, a couple more examples, mind, body, and soul. And then you can see the little squiggly line with the arrow that really their to-dos support their goals. Perhaps you're a bingo person. Maybe your to-dos want to be in a bingo, and then they support your goals as well. And then the bottom example, again, just really having your to-dos sectioned off to support your 3 goals. And again, it says 3 goals. You can have 1 goal, you can have 10 goals. It really depends on what's going on with your week and how you want to do that. Myra, you're going to add another layer of how you want to feel. So acceptance, love, And you want to feel love, embrace, and accept self-love and connection, really connecting that to your word of the year. Thank you for doing that. So, some more to-dos. A lot of people really like to categorize their to-dos. So this one is really the need, want, and hope, or need, want, and wish, or perhaps just need and want. And then you can divide this little box in many different ways. You can do it in half, you can do it in threes. Some people like to have a lot of things going on, and they really need what's called the Eisenhower matrix to help them kind of divide and tackle all of their priorities for the week. So they like to figure out the things that they absolutely have to do that are important and urgent. Maybe things that are important but not so urgent that they decide they want to do. Maybe things that are urgent but not important that they can delegate. And then things that are maybe not urgent and not important that maybe they can delete or put off for another week. And then perhaps you don't have a lot of action or tasks to do, but maybe you really want to think about how you're showing up. Perhaps it's more about being passionate or calm or purposeful or active. Maybe this is really where you want to get your energy back. So this is really how you're going to be this week. And then some just other examples, things that you want to do now or later, things that you want to do for work or home, things that you want to do in the morning or the afternoon, perhaps things that you want to do for yourself, for others, for the house, and then maybe things that you have on your to-do list that you also want to be accomplished. So your to-do list. Those are kind of fun as well. And perhaps you just really want to repurpose this section. I love the social check-in. I've used this many times. Maybe that you have a group of people that you really want to connect with, either by text or calling or meeting in person, and you really want to just schedule that in. Perhaps you want to track your screen time, social media time, or weekly expenses. And then I just love the stickers on the right-hand side about self-care bingo and different examples of how that self-care bingo can lead into your habit and activity tracker. Lots of examples here. I am going to put on a song. I'll let you fill out your how you want to feel, your goals, and your to-dos. We'll play a song, let you fill that out, and then we'll come back and work on our habits and activities. All right, I'll see you back here in just a little bit. Right. Thanks for listening and walking through all of those ideas. Again, like Jennifer said, it's a great way to embrace community this week. Perhaps using a social check-in during this section, or perhaps during the habit and activities area. This is maybe where you also want to add community to this area in this section. Here's some great ideas. Um, Also, this top one here, I love that they're adding just super simple things like flossing your teeth or hanging up your clothes. That can also always be a challenge. Taking time to read, and then also your vitamins and minerals. And so you don't have to fill in every line. You don't have to use all of them. You don't have to add numbers to them either. Just when you do them, you fill in the little circle or the little bubble. The bottom one, I love how they're using self-care as their category. They're just blocking out habit and activity, and they're just using it as a self-care area. They're really looking at their personal coach and using their coaching journal prompts, using the tips from their coach, chatting with Jenny, and then doing their breath work and saying their mantra out loud. Um, and then the other one is playing outside, having some holiday fun, listening to Christmas music, making a craft, and decluttering so they can decorate. And perhaps that could be around not so much Christmas, but maybe around St. Patrick's Day. And then here, just a couple more examples. I love this one on the top one. They may be going out of town or just decide they're just going to track Monday through Thursday, personal quiet time, no caffeine after 2, getting some fresh air, and really using this area, like the bottom one as well, journal items filled in, and just that they're actually going to use this to track that they're using their journal. The left-hand side one, move instead of saying exercise, affirm, and doing their rituals. And then just using a little great affirmational quote. You have always been enough. And then the bottom one, daily rituals, mood tracker, habit tracker, sleep tracker, and drinking water. So that's great as well. And Leanne, you're saying, I find it better to zero in on one habit at a time. Love that as well. So I'm going to just play another little song and have you work on this area, and um, I will share this as well for you. So let's go back here and I'll play it'll just be a nice little quick song, and I'll be back shortly. All right. Thank you for sharing. I'm just going to read these because they're super powerful. Um, Jennifer, thank you for sharing how you use these as questions. I've never heard them being framed as questions. So hers are, did I go outside? Am I in bed by 11? Did I create something? And am I ready for tomorrow? I love that. And Leanne, we can help you be accountable. You are getting your certification as a grief coach. So this is your week to get started. Next Monday, when you come to our social, we will be checking in with you to make sure that you begin the process. So we are excited for that. Alice, you continue to do the same activities as I do. They are to meet your goals: more water and less soda, 15 minutes of exercise, declutter an area, fruit and veggies with every meal. I love that. And then washing the dishes. That's awesome. Um, so I think some of us are going to try to shift ours to questions, Jennifer. That's awesome. Trixie, you're tracking tasks that'll help you get ready for a big party. I love that. You're doing your PT exercises, eating salads at home, and doing the filing that's been gathering dust. Those that will be big ta-das, you're hoping by the end of the next week. So we'll be checking in with you next Monday as well. So that's awesome. And then let's see, those are the good ones there. Oh, taxes. Yes, I think we all need to put that on our to-do list if we haven't done that already. Either make an appointment or get our work done there. So, all right, let's flip the page over to 41. And here's just a really nice example from somebody who posted this yesterday about, you can just see the spread of both pages. And what I really wanted to highlight was on the right-hand side here under mind, body, health. I haven't seen this done before under Mind, Body, Health, but they list each day of the week on the right side. And then on the left side, they have an activity like read a physical book, be creative, daily rituals, one question a day, go for a walk, take a bath, learn to try something new. And then they use the shopping list for a quote, and they're loving their creative spirit. And then the meal plan is daily highlights or to-dos, and I just love their St. Patrick's Day colors and themes. So I thought I would just add this little example before we begin. Let's looking at the meal plan. I love this one as well. So they write down what they're going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack. And then how beautiful is this? Same as yesterday, same as yesterday. And then on Fridays, figure out Friday. I think that's great. So, we don't have to like reinvent the wheel. We can just, let's do what we did yesterday. So I thought that was kind of fun to share. So as we think about the meal plan, you can use it as a meal plan and plan out your week, and that maybe be how you go to the grocery store on Sundays. On the left-hand side here, it's daily adventures and different quests completed with the water drop usage. For me, I track what I eat, so I write down after what I eat every day. It helps me with my migraines. I can go back here then. I have a symptom tracker instead of the mood tracker. So then I just correlate the two together. This left-hand side is all about self-care. So every hour on the hour during the workday, perhaps you just need to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And you just write the hour that you did that. The middle one is how did you fill your cup today? The bottom one is how did I find my happy this week? Perhaps you need a cleaning plan this week. Maybe you're tracking your protein and produce. Maybe you have a lot going on with appointments, so you need a weekly overview. Anna, Elise, I know the migrant family, it's not fun to be part of that, but sometimes we just need to be able to track some of that stuff, and using our Silk and Sonder journal is good for that. I put a screenshot of our Sonder Club in there, and that's where we can get our affirmations, and perhaps you use our meal plan here section to write those down. 3 wins. You could do that, mind, body, and soul there. Maybe you have a morning routine that you like to track in your mind, body, and soul area, and then you use your water droplets to track that with your mind, body, and soul, mind, body, health area instead of using the water droplets with your meal plan. So just a little shift there. Prioritization, coloring or clothing plan. Maybe you like to track or plan out your outfits for the week so you don't have to think about that every morning. How about a victory inventory? Things that you're doing well and you should be proud of, or the 7 types of rest. Since there's 7 entries in the meal plan, you could work on your physical, mental, sensory, creative, emotional, social, and spiritual aspects for the week. Let's shift over to mind, body, and health plan. Lots of great ideas and examples here. Um, I love the one on the left, top left side. It says, when I feel lonely, I need to reach out and connect with others, or when I feel tired, overwhelmed, and so on. How about a night-night routine? All the things that you need to do at night. Love the different mind, body, and health, and they categorize it into 3 sections there. Again, the 7 types of rest can be used. How about daily enjoyment? Let's see what else. The shopping list. Again, more ways to use this. I love the bingo areas, making it fun. What am I listening to? What am I reading? What am I watching? Maybe a packing list because you're going on a trip. Or perhaps this week you just need to know how you're doing with being calm. And then if you're doing the Wordle, maybe that's where you put in your Wordle answers. And then I am loving. Maybe you want to do in the I am loving section what you're loving, watching, reading, and listening. Maybe you shift it down there. I am loving my personalized coach. I do it on Mondays and Fridays. Perhaps you love Silk and Sonder journaling. What do you love about yourself? And I'm going to play a song so we can do this section together before we move on to one more area today. And I'm going to play another song, and I will see you back here in just a little bit. All right. Curious to how many people typically do the same thing on the meal plan every from week to week. And in the other sections on this page, I know I'm a creature of habit on this section, or this page. Every week, I typically do the same thing, and I don't typically shake it up too much. So curious about the rest of you. Just drop in the chat what you typically do. It's interesting to see if we Joanna says the same for you. So setting it up just takes time. Sticking to the same routine. Everybody sticks to the same routine. It's hard to make new changes and try something new when you really love how it's working for you right now. So Carly, you're adding victory, rest, and affirmations, so you can check them off. You will do so and can check it off. Same routine for Kelly. Um, Most people, your appointments, you can see them all in one place as well. Agreed. We're gonna turn to page 42 through 44 and curious about the same question for this. I'm gonna give you a couple examples, play a song for you to set this page up for you as well. This person loves to do the one thing and put the affirmations in there. They leave a little bit of space for schedule, and then they do some journal prompts at the bottom of this page. Love their handwriting. I invite you to also look at Silk and Saunders Instagram. They've got some great visuals, but this weekday check-in is really cool. And you could also put this on page 42 through 44, maybe just on a Monday. Right now I'm feeling, my number one priority for today is one thing I'm grateful for, I can practice self-care by, and I'm looking forward to. So it'd be great to incorporate that perhaps. Um, and then a couple more examples. Just fun different ways to use stars and squares and circles and little teardrops and stickers, and super fun and creative way to organize your weekly spread page. And then another example here. Um, I love using on the left-hand side, top 3 things to do, win for the day, how can I improve my self-care plan, and what inspired me. And then improvements in the scratch pad, and it looks like it's their exercise plan for the week and what they're doing. So that's really cool as well. And then the one on the right-hand side, they have daily intentions at the top, morning routine, their work day, and then their evenings. And at the bottom, a little journal prompt to feel more accomplished I. And then they do that as well. So I'll give you just, I think we have time for another song. I'm going to give you some time to set up these pages for yourself, and I'll be back here in just a couple minutes. Thank you so much for sharing your examples and how you do this. Joanna used a separate note for daily journaling, like brain dumping type thing. Tanya, we're on page 42 through 44 on the weekly spread. Joanna, you put housework, home business to do, self-care on these pages, and your one thing is what made you smile. I love that as well. Carly, you use this for self-care list, 3 things you're grateful for, and your worries list. That is awesome as well. Carla, you use your calendar days to block off personal time to hold yourself accountable to meet your goals. Alice, daily checklist on weekly spread, use quotes or stickers. I love that. So that's awesome. Really great. Oh, Myra, your second page is yours. I love that. Thanks for sharing. We love it when people share in a Sonder Club because that's how we get new and updated examples to share with all of you. I can't believe our time has come, and I loved spending this time with all of you. I know Jennifer and I love our Monday morning setup, so thank you for coming, and we will see you again later this week. Again, just a reminder, if you haven't signed up for personal life coach, still an opportunity to do so. And I think next week, maybe there's another demo of how it works. And Jennifer is going to put in the chat the YouTube link so that you can rewatch this if you'd like to. It's again, the chat is not involved in the YouTube video, but the link to watching it will be available for you in a few days. So I hope everybody has an amazing, amazing week ahead. I hope you are well. We will, Sonia, be thinking about you and your surgery this week. Lots of hugs to everybody. And again, we just love having you here and seeing your names in the chat and hearing from all of you. So everyone have a wonderful week. Enjoy each other and your communities. And it's been great having you. So thanks, everyone.
Can't believe we've come this far and it feels just like getting started. Somehow we're still running like those kids back then. Scrape some knees and falling down, but somehow we keep getting back up. Long as there is wonder, gonna keep running, yeah, we'll keep running. In this moment, it's electric. Can you see it? Can you feel it? This dream inside is still alive today. Yeah, we're on our way. We're on our way. We're on our way to breaking through. 'Cause we were made for something new. We're on our way. We're on our way. We're on our way to chase our dreams. 'Cause we were made for greater things. Yeah, we're on our way. Here's to all We're on our way to breaking through, 'cause we were made for something new. Yeah, we're on our way. We're on our way. We're on our way to chase our dreams, 'cause we were made for greater things. Yeah, we're on our way. There's no fear that can bind you. There's nowhere hope will find you. As long as we have hope, we have everything we need. Yeah, we're on